Okay, so this video is going to be getting started on The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This will kind of be an introductory video where we'll kind of see how it starts out and kind of explain how things work at first. This will be the first scene you see when first starting the game.
Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Wake up, Link.
So first we're going to be starting off with kind of the controls. Are pretty simple. Kind of hard to get used to at first. But you got the two Joy-Cons, the left one, the right one. Now the analog stick on the left Joy-Con moves him around. You use the right analog stick to look. It's kind of like your camera. Now the Y button is what you use to draw your weapon, which you don't have yet. X button jumps, and use the R1 button for your bow. But we'll get to that.
That is a Sheikah slate. Take it. It will help guide you after your long slumber.
Your Sheikah slate is basically kind of like today's cell phones. It's got everything in it. Use that for your map, and you'll end up getting runes in it from like different shrines that you beat. So okay, now the numbers you see there, the 0 and the 1, the 0 shows the strength of the current shirt, or the current pants he's wearing, which is 0 because he's not wearing any pants. The number 1 shows the level of the pants that he's receiving, the well-worn trousers. Same thing with the old shirt. Now if you go to your inventory, put one on, now it shows I'm up to level 1. That's my strength. Now the numbers there, 1 and 2, 1 shows my current level. I'm up to 1 because I'm wearing the shirt, and the 2 shows what my level will be if I put on these pants that I got selected. So now my strength is up to level 2. That green thing you see there, when you push the B button, hold the B button down to run, that's his stamina. It'll go down as you're running. If it runs out while running, he'll have to stop to catch his breath. It also runs out when climbing. If it runs out while in mid-climb, you'll end up falling. So you don't want to be climbing up any steep cliffs. And same thing with swimming. If it runs out while swimming, you'll go underwater and lose a heart. If you get less than one heart or less, you'll drown and game will be over.
Hold the Sheikah slate up to the pedestal. That will show you the way.
So this video is just going to kind of go up to the first tower we will see. And I'll explain the towers when I get there.
Link, you are the light. Our light. That must shine upon Hyrule once again. Now go.
Okay, so we're just going to go up here, and once you get outside of the cave, the game's going to take over control over your character for just a brief period of time to show you the intro, right when you get to the top of these steps. Everything you see there you can reach. But this is a game of exploring, collecting. You can reach that volcano, reach that mountain. That's Hyrule Castle, which you're most likely not going to go there until like towards the end of the game. Okay, now you find objects like tree branch. Once again, the 0 shows the strength of my current weapon, which is a weapon is nothing. 2 shows the strength of the tree branch. So you use the Y button. Press the B button to put it back in your sheath, whatever you call it. You want to collect foods. And if you watch a video I'll be doing on cooking, it'll kind of help explain what you can do with the foods. Now I got 2 tree branches, because your weapons do break in this game when fighting. And you want to be careful. The very first time I played this, I fell off this cliff here, fell to my death. Now you see this old guy here, he'll help you out throughout the beginning of the game, kind of explaining things to you. He's going to talk, I'm just going to kind of skip through it. If you do want to see what he says, you can watch my full playthrough where I left the text up there long enough to read. So I'll kind of give you some tips while you're at the Great Plateau region. You want to pick up rocks. Sometimes you might find something under them that you pick up. If you find any frogs or lizards or anything, you might as well go ahead and pick them up because you might be able to use them. Like there, I got a hightail lizard. If you can't use it for cooking or fighting, you could always sell it. Okay, there's bokoblin. If you pick up his weapon, he can't fight back. Now once your weapon breaks, hit the right button on your left Joy-Con, and you can choose through weapons. Once you got one selected, let go of that button. Tree branches break pretty easy. I pick up the bokoblin horns and like any items you get because you can always sell them.
Link. Head for the point marked on the map in your Sheikah slate.
Those are choo-choos. Collect the choo-choo jelly. You can use it for an upgrade later on in the game. Watch my fairy fountain video for that. Okay, so first we want to gather some useful supplies. Oh, there's a frog. There's a shield. Press the L2 button, or I think they call it the LZ button, but it's back, like the back L button on the left Joy-Con. Now I'm going to switch weapons. Okay, just press the Y button to draw your weapon, and keep pressing it, just keep swinging it. Okay, now I got a bow. Now to use your bow and arrow, find quite a few arrows around here at the beginning of the game. Anyways, you press the R2 button, hold it in to draw back, use the right analog stick to aim it, or you can just point the Joy-Cons in different directions. And when you let go of the R2 button, it shoots an arrow. But just like the weapons, the bows and the shields also break. Bows break from many times of using it, and the shield breaks from many times of getting hit. So here's the first tower, the Great Plateau Tower. When you activate it, it'll cause towers to erupt throughout all of Hyrule, and I'll explain that once it happens, or after it happens. Popping up all over. So this is the Great Plateau Tower, the first tower you'll reach. Okay, so there's 15 regions in this map, which we'll be seeing here momentarily after this little cutscene.
Try to remember. You have been asleep for the past 100 years. The beast. When the beast regains its true power, this world will face its end. Now then, you must hurry, Link. Before it's too late.
Okay, so there's 15 regions on this map. Press the minus button to pull your Sheikah slate out and look at the map. So this is the first region, the Great Plateau region. All of these other regions here look like puzzle pieces. Each one of these regions has its own tower, and when you climb that tower and activate the pedestal like I just did on this one, then it'll unlock that map for that tower. But all the towers aren't that easy to climb up. A lot of them have obstacles around them, and so throughout my videos I'll have a video on each tower. Now there's also shrines in this game. What shrines are, they're structures like, kind of show one to you here. By the way, press down on the right analog stick to zoom in. That's a shrine right there. You go inside of them, and there's puzzles to solve inside. There's 120 of them in the game. There are 4 on this region alone. Now, if you beat the 4 shrines here, the old man will give you a paraglider, and then you can leave this region. Because currently, this region, this Great Plateau region, is way up higher than the rest of it. And there's no way down. If you were to try climbing down, you'd run out of stamina and then end up falling to your death. So you have no choice but to beat the 4 shrines in this region first. And you'll learn all this by just playing and talking to the old man. Like when I climb to the bottom of the tower, the old man will show up and tell me about it. So now I'll go ahead and discuss getting down from here. Climb down. You don't want to try jumping off, it's too far of a drop. You could drop from, like, right here is not too far, so you can go ahead and press the B button and drop. You won't get hurt. Now, instead of climbing down this whole thing, what I like to do is just drop down step by step. One time I did miss my footing, I didn't go far enough, and I fell all the way to the bottom and died. You get good enough at the game though, you can do a full playthrough without dying. The first time I played, I died dozens of times. Now I can easily get through without dying. Okay, when you get to the very bottom, here's where the old guy shows up and he'll start telling you what you got to do. Talks you into beating a shrine, and then after that you got to beat the other shrine. So I'm going to be doing small videos on each shrine. Can't guarantee that I'll beat all 120 shrines because I've never done it. You don't necessarily have to beat all 120 of them, just you want to beat as many as you can though. And you get heart containers when you beat 4 shrines. Every time you beat a shrine you get a spirit orb. When you get 4 spirit orbs you can trade it in for a heart container. And the more heart containers you have, the better your health is, of course, if you're familiar with Zelda. So anyway, that is the introductory video. My other videos will be on shrines, on towers, divine beast, and pretty much anything other helpful subjects throughout the game.